Hey photographer, Jessica Whitaker here, and in this video I am sharing how you can get photography clients without using social media. In fact, this could be a mistake that you are currently making. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this free photography video. This video is perfect for people who are looking to book more clients without having to be logged into Instagram, and it's all about your photography website. They really are the most important thing online with your photography business because social media is just rented land. Instagram could go away in a day. TikTok, unfortunately, I believe will be going away, but your website is something that you actually own, and once you have it set up, it's pretty much done. You have to update it ever so often, maybe add new photos to the homepage, and the only thing you're really keeping up is your blog posts. And if you do not have a blog, I'm going to be talking about that in this video. Let's talk about blogging your galleries and why you should do it. This past weekend, I had the Build and Bloom Women's Seattle Networking group going on, and one of the questions was all about why do people blog their different galleries versus just having one page on their website that's their portfolio. The main reason why you should be blogging all of your photo shoots, and that is for SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization. And SEO happens all across your website, not just in blog posts, but this is how Google is going to rank your website in a search result. For example, if I was a wedding photographer in Seattle and I wanted to show up on Google as a Seattle wedding photographer, when somebody searches Seattle wedding photographer, how well my SEO is done on my website determines how I'm going to appear on the first page of Google, or if I'll even appear on the first page at all. And it can be very hard to rank on Google, but once you implement proper SEO on your website, it makes it a bit easier, and it happens over time. So with the Squarespace website platform, you can plug and play your SEO. So when you go to any page on your website, you can go into the settings of that page, and then there are all these places where you can put in an alternate SEO, title, description of the page, even images. You can rinse and repeat this process on every page on your website. But where I think it is super important to do is in blogging, because with blogging, you can get hyper specific and expand into more markets. For example, on your website, you're probably gonna have keywords for where you live, what kind of photography you do, whereas on blog posts, you could get specific about that particular gallery. You get to go into detail about the location or the venue. You can link to other blog posts to keep somebody on your website for even longer. So it's just a different piece of the pie, but this is how you're able to bring in clients, because if somebody is searching very specifically, they'll find your blog post and not just the website, which might be more general. For example, I used to live in New York City. I don't want to make this too confusing, but my website used to be keyworded for New York City. I now live in Seattle. However, I have two blog posts on my website from two separate galleries that I did for Columbia University graduation. One post is from 5 years ago, and then I have a blog post from a year ago, both old blog posts, and in the blog posts, I do link to my contact page and my photo shoot packages. Guess how many inquiries I got this year for Columbia graduation photo shoots? I'm at 12 inquiries, and I'm getting a new inquiry every other day. Mind you, it is currently graduation season when I'm filming and posting this video. It is April, so April, May, June is when I'm getting graduation inquiries, but those two blog posts are what brought me the Columbia graduation inquiries. I wouldn't be getting those hyper-specific inquiries about a venue, location, or a topic like Columbia University if I didn't have those blog posts up. Blogging does not have to be complicated. You can make it as simple or as in-depth as you would like. And what I love is that with Squarespace, and I've been using Squarespace since 2015, so 9 years now, the blogging feature can be very in-depth, and there are tons of plugins you can add into the post. You can keep it simple and just have a gallery of photos, or you want to do a blog post that was 3 Seattle photo shoot locations. We're going more for topic. You're pulling your own photos from previous photo shoots, you share them in that blog post, you link out to those previous posts, but with Squarespace, you can kind of break up the way that the blog looks by adding in different elements, and it's very, very easy. It's drag and drop. Also will visually break up the post as well, and with Squarespace, you don't have to worry about doing different fonts every single time to match your brand. You just plug in all of your assets for your branding into Squarespace, and then it will always propagate it for you in the blog post. So really all you have to do is type, add in the links, add in the photos, but you don't have to do anything additional for the design. Here's where more of the SEO can come into play and make a huge difference. You're gonna navigate over to the SEO tab within the blog pop-up. You're gonna see two options for you to plug in different information: SEO title and SEO description, and then you'll see a search result preview. And this is where you can utilize AI, whether it's ChatGPT or Google's version of ChatGPT, which is Google Gemini, formerly known as Google Bard, to take your blog post that you've written and give you SEO title and description to put into Squarespace. And you also know that you can utilize AI to help write out blog posts. And what's cool is with Google Gemini, you tell it to keyword it for SEO, and since it's Google, it's going to do an amazing job keywording for SEO because it's Google's search engine and it's Google's AI platform. It's amazing. Like I said, Squarespace has a ton of widgets that you can add into your blog post for design and also just for better functionality. The one that I use in every single post that I do is the code widget. I use a separate app to upload my photos to Squarespace, and I will have it linked down below. They offer an amazing free version. You will import your photos into, rearrange it how you like. It will generate a code for you, plug that code into Squarespace, and it will upload the code to your website, to the blog post, as all individual images. People can pin them on Pinterest as individual photos rather than this big collage. Squarespace does allow you to upload photos individually onto the blog yourself, but that takes a lot of time, especially if you're blogging like 50 images, because you do have to wait for them all to load. So in the case of blogging a gallery, I really recommend this other tool, and it's free. They also have a paid version. I'll have that link down below. Going back to the networking group, this girl had asked, why do people blog their photos versus having a portfolio page? When I explained to her the reason, a light bulb went off. She's like, oh, for SEO, I didn't even think about that. And so I really want to make this video because it is very easy to get started with blogging. It can take a lot of time, but Squarespace makes it super easy. And the other thing I want to note before we wrap up is if you navigate over to your pages on the back end of the Squarespace platform, you're going to see a gear next to each page. Click that gear and it's going to pull up a pop-up window that says Index Settings. There's a menu that says General, SEO, Social Image, Media, Advanced. What you want to do for all the pages on your website is fill out this information. It can be a bit tedious, but it's pretty simple. The main thing you want to focus on is the SEO part of this pop-up, and it walks you through exactly what to fill out and how to fill it out. Squarespace has an incredible in-depth help desk library that you can use to guide you through how to utilize SEO best, but you can also have an AI tool like Google Gemini fill this information out for you. All this information can be overwhelming, but it's really not that complicated. It just takes a bit of time, but the best thing is that once it's done, it is done. You do not have to worry about it. You might have to update a little bit and continue to update your blog posts, but seriously, this is how you can get inquiries. Instagram, yes, will bring in clients, and Instagram is great for consistency, but if you can spend the same amount of time that you take doom scrolling on TikTok and Instagram and put it into your photography website, you will see inquiries rolling in. It will not be immediate. This kind of thing takes time, and you might even notice that, let's say you're a wedding photographer, you start to blog all of your weddings for this summer. by the time it comes next season, you should see that payoff happening. And over the next couple of months, I want you to monitor your analytics. And Squarespace goes very detailed into what pages and blog posts are performing the best, but you can also plug in Google Analytics 4, and that will email you a report through Google of your Squarespace website and what blog posts are performing best so that you know what to duplicate or what to change. Like I said, I have been using Squarespace for the past 9 years in my photography business, always done me right. I really believe that this is the best platform for having your photography website on, because you not only can have your website hosted and the domain and your custom email address, but you can also now have your email lists within Squarespace. There's an e-commerce option if you want to sell digital goods or even physical products. And a cool thing that they've recently rolled out is invoicing within Squarespace to make it super easy for clients to book you, because they also already offer the option for scheduling out photo shoots and appointments, whatever you need. I mean, Squarespace has so many features, so many plugins and widgets, but this is something they have natively integrated into the platform. But now with invoicing, it's like, I wonder in a year from now if these client management programs that we use are going to become obsolete, because you can have it all in one with Squarespace. Head to squarespace.com to start your 14-day free trial. And when you're ready to launch your beautiful new website, go to squarespace.com/Jessica Whitaker to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. I believe in you and I believe in your business. And if you have any questions at all about blogging, SEO, or your website in general, I encourage you to join my free photography Facebook group called Build and Bloom. We also have a Discord server for those who do not use Facebook. This is the best place to ask questions about your specific business and website. It's kind, it's encouraging, it's inclusive. It is the kindest photography community out there. Come on over to Build and Bloom on Facebook groups and now on Discord. I also launched season 3 of the Build and Bloom Photography podcast. I'll also drop a freebie for a website checklist that I created that can help get you started with your photography website if you don't know where to begin. Be sure to hit subscribe so you're the first to know when new free videos for your business come out, and I will see you in my next video. Click right here to watch and to learn. I'll see you there.